All right, how's it going, guys? Ross here. I wanted to record this little kind of like testimonial video, um, and a bit of a review as well on the workshop that Nick, O's, and Balls put on yesterday on Friday. So I could have left a comment on Facebook, be like, "Hey guys, like tons of value, it was awesome, learned so much to take away from it." But I figured I'd put together this kind of video for anyone who maybe were on the fence about it, maybe didn't get into it. And kind of go through a little bit like of what was actually in the workshop, like what they actually talked about and stuff like that. So I mean, a lot of the information, like cold email and stuff like that, some sales process, some video prospecting, um, they talk about a lot on like the Fuck It Fridays and stuff like that. So it's definitely information that's been shared as well, but nowhere near in the detail that it was in this presentation, or in this workshop. So I'll start like, yeah, so we'll start kind of like Balls started off with running through some cold email stuff. So he's talking about like different tools and everything like that to use. And again, we've talked about a lot in the Fuck It Friday calls. Myself, I've kind of tapped into the NOBS group and O's 10K group, probably back in May, April, May, somewhere around there. And so a lot of this stuff I've already taken action on. I've already implemented in our business, and it's working. But like the amount of detail that Balls went into it for the cold email, for example, the email templates, like all the different formatting. Like I've got a list of things that I have to go in and actually change on my campaigns to optimize them and hopefully get better open rates, better click rates and stuff like that, and better engagement. And then of course a follow-up sequence, a much better follow-up sequence. What happens when someone does open an email? How to really start that conversation properly. So that alone, and then not only that, but just like how to get email addresses, right? Okay, you want to send out this cold email. Setting up the email campaigns is pretty easy. A lot of us, I'm sure, have done email marketing kind of stuff before, so that's not really the hardest part. But having that structure really helps you build it out a lot faster and easier. But then there's the whole other kind of technical side that Balls was talking about how he's getting all these email addresses. Where is he finding them? How is he generating them? The softwares and tools that he uses, when he's gone through probably every single one that you could list off, he's probably used all of them, tested them, and found like the top, I think there was like two or three that were like the main tools that he uses for him, for his business, scraping emails and setting up those cold email campaigns. So that alone, like that first hour, I was like, holy shit! Like there's so much to go back through and write down. Like I've got pages of notes just from the workshop. But even just on that email stuff, I've already got a list of tasks that I need to do today to go in and clean up all my email stuff, adjust some of the email campaigns so that on Monday when it goes live, it's kind of it's fixed up, and it's going to be running hopefully a lot more better, or a lot better, and we're going to see a lot better results as well with it. So that first hour with Ball's presentation alone easily covered the cost of the workshop. Like that, I was talking to him afterwards. I'm like, man, that like if he broke that into like smaller, like easier to consume chunks, that could be like a $500 course, easy. Probably like $1,000 like email ninja course, like come up with some crazy name. So that hour straight away, you got your you got your money's worth 100%, multiple times over. So then Nick came in and he was doing a presentation with doing some video prospecting. Now I've kind of done this before in the past with some SEO, and I was talking to him about it a couple of weeks ago on even on one of the live calls, that we were talking about it. And I think even Christian, if you're watching this video, he even mentioned like that sounds awesome, I'm going to try that as well. So I went ahead and I banged out about 30-40 videos, and I've had about 4 or 5 appointments now set up from those cold emails going out, or sorry, from the video prospecting emails. Holy shit! You can tell this is not script. I'm just riffing off of the top of my head. So out of like the 30 or 40 that I sent out, right, I had about a 10%, 10+% kind of appointments. 10% appointments were actually scheduled off of it. So that was working really well. I've got a follow. I actually had a presentation yesterday morning with a client. I've got a follow up next week with them as well, hopefully to close them. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I mean, Nick's presentation as well. Again, stuff that I've kind of been doing, but like maybe 20% of like the full like system that he really ran through. Not only like the video presentation, but then the follow up on those emails. If they open an email, what do you do? Like some email sequencing to continue that engagement with them, even if they open the video. Because as long as they, and once they actually click the link and watch the video, his numbers are around like 50% of the time. If they actually watch the video, 50% of the time they're actually going to reach out to him. And so my numbers as well actually are fairly similar when I look at who's actually clicked the link, and who's actually reached out to me directly to get some more information about it. Very similar numbers. So I now have to go in, again, more actionable items. I got to go in and really build out the rest of my email sequencing for what happens if they click, and really like monitor this prospecting the process a lot closer, and yeah, build out the rest of kind of the follow-up and everything. Then he also went into how to run through a trial call, and then how to do the closing call. And that is just like just pure sales. The whole presentation was running through his slides. He was lifting the veil. And like, guys, I like, if you're not too familiar with this group of all, and who Balls, Nick, and Oz is, they all run, multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, agencies, doing Facebook advertising, doing some SEO, doing like very similar stuff to what the majority of people in this group are kind of working towards. So like, this is their systems that they've used to build their agencies to this level. Like it's the exact prospecting and client generation strategies that they're using right now, and that they've used in the past to build successful businesses. So like that alone should be proof that like this shit works. So and I can just be another testimonial saying, yeah, I'm using this stuff and it's working for me as well. So I really want to kind of make that clear. So Nick's part was friggin' amazing as well. Again, more shit I gotta go in, and like I have so much work to do. It's great. And then Oz came in as well on his presentation, and he was really like, his sales process was so concise and clear. And really, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, and I've got books up here on sales, Tom Hopkins and stuff like that. Just and the process of like really doing the qualifying, right? Because in his niche that Oz is working in, he says like typically it's only about like the top 20% of the industry are his potential clients. So he will not try and like sell someone or try and like hustle them. Not hustle, I shouldn't say that, but he's not going to try and get in there and like really try and sell his product or services to these people, when no matter how great his pitch is, how great his presentation is, how excited they are about his product, they straight up can't afford it. So he does a lot of qualification, and he'll figure that out within the first 15 minutes of the conversation. Okay, look, this is not going to work for you. You have a $500 a month budget. My minimums are $4,000, right? Like straight away, there's really no point in continuing this conversation. But obviously, like going about it in a really polite way where it's not awkward, and it probably will be awkward no matter what. But just really making sure that you're not wasting your time on a client who's not going to buy it at the end of the day. So then he was also talking about a lot of his client, how he kind of begins those conversations, how he builds, how he's selling through authority, right? How he's building authoritative branding up front and connecting with a lot of people through that sort of media that he's putting out there, and that content that he's putting out there, so that by the time they actually connect on the phone, they already know who he is. They already know like the results that he can generate, and so it brings him into a very powerful position to actually prospect and qualify these potential clients, and then close them, because he doesn't need to build authority at all. They already know who he is. They already understand that he is the guy to go to. And so yeah, so overall the whole workshop was just insane. And then afterwards they hung out for like an hour and a half for Q&A. Like, so even that hour and a half of Q&A was like, a lot of coaches and stuff like that, they're charging probably $500 to $1,000 for an hour to be able to sit down and talk to them. And these guys, 3 of them were hanging out for an hour and a half to talk, just open questions, just go through anything. All of the workshop is all going to be recorded for us as well, to have access to go back through, because there was so much information. We're gonna have to go back through and review it again and again until we take action on everything that was kind of discussed there. And yeah, it was just phenomenal. I went to John Logar's event back in June, I think it was. And that feeling I had when I came out of that event, where I was just like vibrating, like, holy shit, there's so much to do. Like, I have so much more direction now, and a lot more focus. Um, that's pretty much how I felt last night. It was really hard for me to go to sleep. I'm kind of tired today, but I'm still pumped up, fired up, and there's a lot of work to get done. So this is now like 10-minute recording, but I didn't want to just write a short little post. I hope a lot of you guys watched a lot of this video to really get a lot of to get a better understanding of what was involved in the workshop. I believe they said they're going to be doing some more in the future, just kind of a matter of when and where. Again, these guys are running businesses. These guys are running, 6 and 7 figure agencies, and they took 4 hours out of their time for not a whole lot. This is not their main, source of income, is this little workshop thing. Like, this is just to, again, as Nick was talking about it, put some skin in the game. Make yourself have a bit of an investment so that you're actually going to take action on this stuff. I'm gonna, I've got my whole day today is working around implementing a lot of these tactics. My whole next week, I'm scheduling a couple hours every day to go back through and kind of just redevelop my sales process, as far as not just the prospecting, but the presentation, the qualifying the prospects, and then closing them in the actual pitch and the presentation. There's just so much to go through. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna end it there. Feel free to comment on this video if you want, if there's any kind of questions you have, or if I wasn't too clear on some things. But I mean, yeah, it was definitely an amazing workshop. They did a great job. Again, I didn't want to just write a thank you kind of testimonial post. I wanted to put together this video for anyone who really was thinking about it and didn't quite know what was going to be involved in it. But this is all actionable stuff. It's real. It's shit that works, right? There's so many people out there that are selling how to scale an agency to 10K a month when they're maybe only doing 15K with their clients, right? Like, they're doing a great job of selling and marketing their product, but they don't actually know what the hell they're talking about compared to these guys who are scaling and growing month after month, and are actually providing us these tools and the systems that they use to generate these clients and to manage these clients. It's insane. So anyways, let's end it there. It was fucking awesome. Balls, O's, Nick, thank you guys so fucking much for that workshop. It was phenomenal. And yeah, everyone, next one that comes around, take action, man. Just get in there. If you take action on this shit, you'll have absolutely no excuses why your business is failing, because it won't. If you're gonna actually take action on this stuff, you're gonna see a tremendous amount of success. And let's leave it there. Talk to you guys later.